Hi, Capricorn. So this is your 2022 forecast. We're going to kind of get it going here and get started. Let's get some good energy in there. Raise the vibration. I know you want to know a lot about love, finances, career, spiritual growth. Hopefully, you want to know about spiritual growth too. That's also a very important thing. We're going to go ahead and read from the Archangels deck. This has been a good deck for me. We're going to kind of see what Spirit has to say. We're going to do a Celtic cross of things to come for 2022 for Capricorn. So, Capricorn, it's kind of funny because the card 15 is actually the Devil card, which is your card. And I know Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn too, so I understand. It's like, why do we got to get the Devil card? But it's a little bit, each deck, it always has a different take on the Devil. So one of the things you always kind of want to scrutinize is, what is the energy of this card? And what this is in this deck is the decision card. So as you can kind of see there. And one of the things it says is release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. And even in the Doreen Virtue deck, the regular angel deck, that card is the ego card as well. So it's not always about this devilish character, when you get the devil card. It's really not. But just remember that it is also Capricorn's card. It's just the way it is and everything. So one of the things about that is notice the card decision. One of the things we do going into 2022 and every new year is we kind of look at, what do we want to change? What should we get better about ourselves, and what should we improve? And Capricorn, one thing about them, they're always looking to improve. They're always, what can I do to be better this year? What can I do to do better at my job? What can I do to be better in my relationships? It's constantly a betterment thing, to just improve. That's why Capricorn walks up the mountain, just like the goat, right? Goes up the mountain and everything. But remember, it is a sea goat. Don't forget it's a sea goat. So we're also going to swim those waters and master the waters as well. So one of the things is kind of facing, making some concrete decisions in 2022 and really sticking to them, which is real important. Now, that's one thing that Capricorn, if you are Capricorn, you know how you are. There are times you will pick up projects, and I can do this too, and it's real common with Capricorn, that we can pick up projects and then not finish them. Like, I start this and I start this. The key here is don't start too many projects, Capricorn. Just pick up a project here, maybe 2 or 3, and really work on completing them. It's just like Capricorn tries to start a book, Capricorn's like, I'm going to write a book. And they get a few chapters done and they get some really good stuff in there. And then it's like, oh, I got to take care of this now and I got to do this. And they pick up another project. I think sometimes get a few things. Sometimes can get a little bored with a project. That can happen. Or one of the things also Capricorn can do is, say they're doing a project, but they're like, you know what, nobody's going to find what I'm doing important. So they're probably, am I putting, we look at, if I'm putting in all this effort, is it really going to pan out that others will appreciate what I put out? Okay, so that's one of the things that sometimes stops Capricorn is, maybe I'll only reach a few people with it. Maybe I'll only able to touch a few lives with it. So what's the point in doing that? But don't think that's not important. Even if it's touching a few lives, you've got to look at that. That's important. So what is your opposing card? The 10 of Michael, which is the 10 of Swords. So certain things coming to an end, just like it says, the situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So I feel some things leaving behind 2021. We had some tough endings. I know I definitely had some, but I feel at least one very tough ending that you had. It may have been a relationship or maybe the last job Could have been a friendship, whatever it is. Remember, this is a collective for Capricorn. But some kind of difficult situation came to an end. The one thing about it is, as we know, it only gets better from here. We're constantly going up the mountain. We're not falling down. Okay. And if we do slip a few feet back, we're going to get right back to going forward. That's one thing Capricorn does not miss a step on, is they know it's all about forward movement. I see, there you go. Once you get back on track and get going in that mountain, the Six of Gabriel, which is the Six of Wands, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. And look what it says, Capricorn, time to move on to the next project. So whatever project you did finish, I know that, see, this is where Capricorn gets frustrated. There's always another project. We get very busy to the point, okay, I've completed this, that was successful, now I got to go into this. There's always a new project. And it's going to be like that for a long time. And even one day when you retire, or maybe some of you are Capricorns on the brink of retiring, you're going to start a new project even after retirement. Okay, that's the thing. Capricorn is really big on having projects and things to do and stuff. But one of them, you did finish a project in 2021, that you did some work. You did a good job. Now, Spirit's like saying, now we can move on to the next project here. But there really is an emphasis. I'm getting the message for Capricorn here. Be careful what you start, because there's no point in starting something unless you finish it. Okay? You've got to finish your projects here. Okay? So don't just start a whole bunch of things that will never finish. If you are going to write a book, just like I was giving for some of you who might be authors, if you are going to write a book, okay, finish it, okay? And don't get frustrated if it's taking a while. If it takes you a few years, that's fine. As long as you commit to finishing the project, that's the main thing. Look at that Nine of Raphael, which is the Nine of Cups. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time in life. So I look at that, that's probably going to be, I feel like even 2021 for a lot of you was a pretty good year. We had some good things going on. We know Pluto's in Capricorn. The good thing is it's in the element. For any of you who dealt with a long conjunct to your sun, you may have increased in power. I know I went through quite a period of Pluto being conjunct. I went through a lot of transformation. As long as you are not resistant to the transformation of the Pluto transit, and some of you that are born later in the month are probably experiencing this right now. But as long as you are not resistant to the Pluto transformation energies and stuff, it can be a very good, powerful, really moving up in the world. It can give you that boost up the mountain, okay? It can give you that boost up the mountain. But we had a lot going on in Capricorn, so a lot of Capricorns had a pretty good time here. So, but wishes coming true. A lot of things panning out for you, which is really good. So let's go ahead and look. But that is a big message. And look at that, even with the Ace of Ariel, the abundance and everything coming in. Ace of Ariel is the Ace of Earth. Okay, so it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. So some of you might be changing jobs because the Ace can be a new beginning. So some of you that have been looking to either change jobs, or you might even be in a position where you get a promotion to a new job within the company, because Capricorn's real good about getting promoted because they work hard. Though sometimes they get overlooked and they can get a little frustrated. They won't necessarily speak out a whole lot and stuff. And see, this is what a Capricorn does. They don't really complain a lot. Like if they get overlooked for a promotion, even though they know they probably deserved it, they won't necessarily throw a big gripe or anything. What Capricorn does is goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to work even harder. And then come the next promotion, I'm going to get it. That's more Capricorn's attitude, where other signs may throw a fit, you know, and maybe they will up and quit. Maybe they will up and quit a company because they didn't get a promotion. Capricorn doesn't necessarily do that. Capricorn's like, nope, I'm going to look at, you know, they may sit down with their boss and say, you know, I'd like an honest opinion why you didn't pick me for the promotion, because I want to know what I can work on to improve for myself. So they will sit there with their boss. What would you like me to do to improve on? Because I really want to move up in the company. And then the boss will sit there and appreciate that and be like, at least they're looking for ways to improve it and ways to excel. And if it could be maybe your people skills, because sometimes Capricorn needs to work on their people skills. Or maybe there's just various areas they need to work on something with their, stats or goals or whatever and everything. And then they may even ask for a project to, prove themselves on or go on a committee or something to be able to improve and kind of show more commitment to the company. That's how Capricorn handles it. So if some of you are in a position, maybe you got overlooked for something, this is going to be your year that you will not be overlooked. You will be recognized. Just like with the Six of Wands especially, that is about recognition, especially public recognition for a job well done. So this is coming here. So if you have been overlooked, Capricorn, you will not be overlooked in 2022. Okay? People are going to be recognizing you, and they may want you training other people to be doing the job how you've been doing it. They're really going to look at that. Well, you're coming up with sixes here a lot. This is good. So the Six of Raphael is the Six of Cups. Now this one is, I do get the Six of Cups a lot for inner child work. So if some of you have been needing to work on your inner child, this is the time. But one of the things is sometimes, just like it says, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So there could be a little bit of revisiting the past that you will be doing, a little bit of work on the inner child or any kind of past issues that have been holding you back. If there's any kind of childhood trauma, that is something that you will want to look at, in 2022. Not to dwell on the past, definitely not, but look at what is anything that could stop me from going up the mountain. Is there anything I need to take care of? Anything I need to heal? So healing will be a focal point in 2022 of anything that is holding you back and holding you down. Because one of the things is you don't let anything hold you down and stuff. So, that is going to be a focal point. And let's see with this. So we've got the King of Raphael. And so King of Raphael, this is in your position in the Celtic Cross. King of Raphael is the King of Cups. So especially one of the things I feel Spirit is saying with this, and one of the things that it even says on the card, the ability to accomplish many things at once. Oh boy, here comes more work. Follow your creative passions. But it also says, yes, it is safe to trust. I feel that, and poor Capricorn gets a lot of flack for having a cool nature. That is not necessarily so. They can be very generous. When they have good abundance and things like that, and you're going to have good abundance in 2022 with this Ace of Ariel, hands down. But one of the things is it makes you more generous, more, like charities, charitable and helping others and things. You will be doing that. You're going to really feel, I think your heartstrings are going to be really pulled in some different directions of people that need you and need to show more of that empathy. And it's going to but you can be a little cool sometimes. People can take you wrong. But it's just because there's such a softy underneath. Very similar to the Cancer, where they've got the hard shell and the soft center. Capricorn is very similar in that regard. So then we've got the Wow. So it looks like we've also got the environment, the Queen of Raphael, the Queen of Cups. So we've got this really neat balance of the masculine and the feminine in the water. So this is really getting with your sea goat here, okay? This is getting with your sea goat that has that connection. But also working on, I feel some very strong, with these two combined in the Celtic Cross, very strong psychic insights, okay, are going to be coming into 2022. So for some Capricorns, if you have felt any kind of disconnected in the last year or so, you're not going to feel disconnected in 2022. You're going to feel very connected to something greater than yourself. Okay, however you want to define that, Spirit, God, Buddha, Jesus, however you want to define it, really connecting to your spiritual core. This is going to be a big thing. Oh, it goes this way. This is going to be a big thing for 2022 and stuff. And a lot of times this is necessary because Capricorn will be one extreme in the work life and the goals and the dreams and ambitions, very ambitious. But if they're neglecting their spiritual side, they could feel a little empty. It's like, well, I accomplished this. I'm not quite happy. Well, let's just do something else to accomplish. And this kind of, the vicious cycle can happen with Capricorn, the vicious cycle. But if they work on their spiritual core, okay, which Spirit is calling some of you to do here. And obviously, if some of you are watching a forecast, you have some kind of spiritual core there. But I feel it's going to really expand for a lot of Capricorns. It's kind of funny. It's like they're about goals, dreams, and ambitions, but it's not about the money, really, for Capricorn. They're like, I can make money. I have no problem making money. I can do this. So they're not all worried about that. They like the achievement. That forward motion. That's just their nature to succeed, is what it is, against all odds. And they enjoy accomplishing things. But it's not always about just the money. That's not necessarily their most important thing. I see, there you go. In the hopes and fears position, I would say it's more of a hope, though, actually. The moon card is here. So it's been more of that psychic insights kind of coming in. And I feel like kind of, uncovering unknown areas about yourself. But one of the things it does say on the card, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears and grow stronger. Okay, so and this is in the hopes and fears position. That is what the ninth position is. So it can be either a hope or a fear or a little bit of both. And I would say it's a little bit of both, because notice the card does say face your fears. And one of the things is, Capricorn, sometimes, they can have some strong fears of losing everything. Like, I've accomplished this, I've accomplished that, I've accomplished this. And then they can fear losing it. And so that's why it's real good and important to get to your spiritual core, because the most powerful Capricorn there is, okay, that you could be, is one who has let go of attachments. Okay, this is one of your biggest lessons, because Capricorn can get attached to things. Things, people, possession, they can be, attached. That's their nature. Okay. And I just think of when I was a little kid, I was a bit of a hoarder. I'm not much of a hoarder now, but when I was a little kid, I used to save everything, and because I attached meaning to so many things and stuff. So letting go of anything was very difficult for me to do. I had to learn that. And that is one of the lessons of Capricorn. One of the biggest lessons on your path is to let go of attachments and stuff. That's one of the biggest fears to face. And the end card, the Seven of Ariel, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So one of the things is, with the Seven of Pentacles, very often in tarot, it is, it's our harvest is what we have, okay? It's our harvest. And normally the harvest is not necessarily huge, but it's something. It's some kind of growth and things like that. So let's go ahead and see what the card says, because we are going by the angel deck. You have invested wisely, so I feel some good investments. Have patience and wait for the harvest. So one of the things is throughout the year, especially, is we're going to get a little bit of growth is going to be happening. Now, you might not be satisfied with the entire harvest that you have. It's because you have big goals, dreams, and ambitions. But what you need to understand, like if some of you are Capricorn starting a business this year, okay, the business will have some growth, but don't expect it to rake in millions the first year. It's just not, it's not going to do that. It's going to be a little bit of progress, a little bit of growth. The main thing is the growth is there. But this would not be a year that you want to do anything to spend frivolously. This is not the year to do that, especially if starting something new. I would not make wise investments, but don't make risky investments. There is a huge difference there, okay? Be wise, but don't be risky. Don't gamble. Don't gamble. This is not the year to gamble in 2022 for Capricorn, okay? But you will have that growth and everything and that satisfaction. You will be beginning a project that will manifest even more over the years, as long as you stick with it. The main thing is to stick with it. Don't throw in the towel because you see just a little bit of growth. So if you're in a job and it's like, you know what, my first raise wasn't that great, don't throw in the towel on the job just yet. Okay, things like that. Just, you're going to have a little bit of growth. That's the main thing. But Spirit also wants you, especially looking in here, working on your spiritual core. This is very important. Working on your spiritual core. Your water, your emotion, and everything. They want you to have a good balance with the spiritual and the physical and stuff. And that is really the growth. This is where they especially want you to grow. Okay, so we've done the Celtic cross. Let's put these to the side. And we're going to look at some oracle. Now, I know some may want to know about love. Notice there wasn't a whole lot of relationship cards in that deck, because Capricorn is very goal-oriented. But let's kind of see what the romance has a little bit. We'll pull some cards for that. Okay. Okay. Now, I've noticed this theme. I have noticed this theme from some other tarot readers. I watched a few forecasts. I've got the card very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So Spirit's like working on some love manifestation. But I do get, for some of you, Capricorn, a reconciliation. And I have seen this. I at least 2 other forecasts I watched had Capricorn reconciling with somebody from the past. So it seems that does that mean you should? Okay. Does that mean you should? Okay. But, and that's one of the things that you're going to have to look forward, kind of look at in 2022. Should I reconcile? Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some from my romance deck here. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Now, I did actually, unless the Ten of Swords for some of you in the last read had to do anything with that ending. Remember, we talked about that ending. Okay, so let's see what we get for your lovers read here. Okay, so we've got a very soon a reconciliation. I feel that is saying it just like that as a sentence. Very soon a reconciliation is coming. You may have manifested it kind of like the card says. This may be something you want to happen, but be careful what you wish for, Capricorn. Okay, be careful what you wish for. Okay, when you have something like that. And I've got the Queen of Swords kind of popping up in here. I get more of a mother figure or a maternal figure for you that is kind of popping up in here. And I feel like Spirit is kind of saying, I want you to listen to this woman. She is wise. Notice she's got the butterfly at the third eye here. Okay, she may have some good advice on this. I see there's that Ten of Swords. We may have felt stabbed in the back, betrayed, or maybe it wasn't even a betrayal, but just things came to an end very dramatically. It hurt and it was painful. And we understand painful endings are difficult, and sometimes we feel like the only one that can alleviate our pain is that person to come back. We need to be careful and not give power to someone. Okay, by giving them that power, that the only way I can be cured of my pain is for them to return. Okay, we don't want to take them back just because of that. Okay, but we've got the Six of Pentacles here, and that is about kind of the give and the receive and things like that. So I do feel no matter what, when this person returns, a gift is bestowed, is kind of what the message Spirit is saying, that a gift is bestowed, that somehow with them returning into my life, I still, whether it pans out, we continue and we go on. And some of you may go on reconciled and you're fine. Some of you may choose, I don't want to go down that path. I've grown, I'm a different person, and things like that. But you will still, no matter what, with this person kind of returning into your life and talking to them again, receive a gift. And it could very well be a healing gift. But one of the things about it, if this reconciliation is to work, you cannot do the same things the same way, or it's going to have the same ending. Okay, Capricorn, that is one of the messages that comes through. The Eight of Pentacles can be the card. It's mastery of the craft, doing the same thing over and over. And sometimes when it reverses, Spirit is telling me, don't do things the same old way. Okay, because the way it was going was not working, and things like that. So it's very important, you know, as you're kind of working on this right now, is do not just do it differently, no matter what and stuff. You've got to do it differently if it's going to work. And then the person returning, for many of you, with my ladies, I've got the Prince of Wands energy here, that this person returns. And, you know, they've got the passion, the fire, the energy. And let me pull one for the Capricorn men. I don't want to leave them out. Yeah, I've got the Lovers reverse. And this is for my Capricorn males. I wanted to pull you exclusively a card. Some of you, I've got that, some of the Capricorn males, you may have a harder time wanting to let this person into your life. You're going to be very on guard. The men can, Capricorn men can especially be very on guard with the Lovers reverse and stuff. So just, you know, tread carefully, think things through carefully. But if they have, you know, if it was a matter of a trust issue for you Capricorn males, I would definitely think things through very carefully if they betrayed, if it was a trust issue they betrayed. Definitely, you know, you do want to watch your heart. Okay, perfect. And we've got that. So that's your Lovers read. So a blast from the past, Capricorn, it looks like is what's going to be coming. But yes, I have seen that with other readers. Other readers kind of popping up with that. So we're going to pull from crystals, angels, and see what's the messages, kind of spiritual growth, and things that we can have for you. So we've got Dolomite, stay strong to your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Now, one of the things Capricorn is pretty good about that is about knowing the power of mind and knowing the power of a positive mindset. This is a big thing with them. Stay strong to your faith and stuff. So don't lose sight of the spiritual. And then we got Rubelite, passion and purpose. Another thing very important to Capricorn. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project. There you go. There's that project, Capricorn, that's dear to your heart. Project. So there's some kind of project Spirit wants you to work on. Definitely for 2022. And just one moment, Capricorn. Yes, so there's a project definitely that Spirit wants you to start. Now, if it involves anything spiritual, okay, any kind of spiritual project, definitely get on that. Definitely get on that. And then we've got calcite. Busy times and multitasking. I know, Capricorn, you never get a break. I see, that's why I was telling my group, you know, I took a month-long break in December. Just no readings, no nothing. Of course, I work my regular job, but just I took a people break. I said, you know, so Spirit's like, nope, you're going to be busy multitasking. So if you didn't take a break in December, you better start taking a break now. Get a good week, you know, get away, you know, go into nature because you do very well in nature. Okay, get out in nature and enjoy yourself. But yes, busy times and multitasking. And the card says, take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. So, but be careful. You know, that's why I was telling you there is a warning. Don't take on a whole bunch of things that you're not going to finish. Okay, don't do that. Don't take on a lot of things that you're not going to finish. You're just going to exhaust yourself. Okay, so and really focus on, I feel like I'm getting a message. What is the main project you want to work on here? What is the main project you want to work on? And let's pull some law of attraction cards for you, as I know you're big on law of attraction. So we've got the card, we are each responsible for the thoughts we think. And I feel you're very aware of that. So let's read that one. When you are in alignment with who you really are, you cannot help but uplift those with whom you come into contact. Your value to those around you hinges upon only one thing, your personal alignment with Source. Yes. And the only thing you have to give to another is an example of that alignment, which others may observe, then desire, and then work to achieve. But you cannot give it to them. Everyone is responsible for the thoughts they think and the things they choose as the objects of their attention. Okay, so that is your card. And that's the thing, you can't make people, think a certain way, and you can't make people completely change their own thoughts, but you can guide them to it. And when they see, what you've got going on, with your own spirit, and they're going to want some of that. So let's look at what is your shadow card for the year. If I could get this out. This is Shadow Oracle is what I call it. Threads of Fate. It's a good deck. Well, we've got the card movement, and kind of look at the stake just moving around. Okay, so a lot of it, there's going to be a lot of positive motion forward, a lot of movement. And one of the things is taking a rest and taking a break. When you get the opportunity to get a rest, do it. It's very important. But there's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of working, passion and purpose. You've got a lot. That's one of the things, you are just so motivated. And then let's look at story beginnings. Let it out, let it flow. Open up the heart, feel good. It is safe to let go. See, let it out, let it flow. It is safe to let go. So there are some things we need to let go of. There are some things we need to release that we've got. I feel kind of a tension in you that needs to be released. And one of the things right here, this card is a good one. You are worthy. You are worthy. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself. And I feel you're worthy. Capricorn is pretty good about knowing their worth. But it took them a while to get there. It took them a while to get there to realize that they're worthy. Okay, so this is one of the things. But just remember, when you see that you are worthy, be careful what you consider, value of yourself. Be careful what you consider that what is all valuable and things like that. But we've got the you are worthy here. So very positive, lots of movement. There's going to be a lot of work. Be careful on taking someone back here, okay, in 2022. And I hope you enjoyed your forecast.